Oh, hello there, and welcome to News Dump. There's a hell of a lot of random movie news this week, ranging from big to small. And that's all thanks to the yearly event held in Las Vegas, known as CinemaCon. Now, for reference, CinemaCon sort of resembles a closed-door version of Comic-Con's Hall H. It's invite-only, and although it was created primarily as a way for theater owners to preview the studio's upcoming films, the rise of the online press has turned it into a massive marketing event where breaking news, updates, and exclusives flood onto various media platforms as all of the outlets race to be the first to describe everything they've seen. And that's the awkward part, because that's all they can really do is describe.
Yeah, there's some things, like the thing we're about to talk about, where they release it immediately after.
They could all be just trolling us.
Then there's some that, yeah, it's just up to whoever's reporting it and what they saw as they're frantically typing it down.
I could go to CinemaCon and be like, guys, turns out the Sonic movie is actually a Sanic movie. And people would fucking report on that, because they don't know.
Yeah.
They're not there, I am.
Well, CinemaCon, it kicked off in a very big way this year by allowing those in attendance a chance to see the promotional material for Todd Phillips' new Joker standalone film starring Joaquin Phoenix. This obviously kicked off with the poster, and then it led into the actual teaser trailer for the film. One day later, after all those high, snobby press people and theater owners got to see it, the public was invited.
Please throw me a trailer down from your high horse, sir. Just one trailer.
The trailer was released a day after all the people at CinemaCon saw it. It was released online, and let's just say the reactions and general consensus to this film seems overwhelmingly positive. So that's good. This trailer makes the film look creepy, disturbing. It's pretty much everything you'd want from a teaser, and surprisingly, it doesn't give away too much.
Yeah.
It really hits a sweet spot between giving fans what they need in order to be excited about this release without just blatantly laying out the entire plot.
Yeah, so there's a lot of connecting the dots that you could do with this trailer. Lots of red arrows and circles while you attempt to cross-reference the pre-existing Joker stories from the various comics and movies over the years to this, and you know what? It's fine. But the most important thing here for us and the general everyday Joe and Jill movie-going population is finally getting to see Joaquin Phoenix in the role of the Joker and what he does with the character that makes it his own. And yes, there are obvious parallels here with the style of Joker that was played by Heath Ledger, but that's due to the fact that both of these big screen versions were written to be realistic and intense and, most importantly, gritty.
But not in a weird, comical way like Jared Leto's.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they thought that was going to be creepy and intimidating.
Oh, man.
But it just came off as a little silly.
Yeah, you can practically smell the body spray. Yeah, kids love that.
Now with this version of the Joker, though, we're obviously getting an origin story, which is sort of upsetting to some fans online who think that giving the Joker an origin story, it's just a good thing that the character should instead be left as a mystery.
Well, good news, guys, it's not canon.
Yeah. Like Elliot said, all this can be easily swept away as just one person's vision for the Joker's life, and nothing in this creative universe is canon anyway, so, oh well. These characters are rewritten all the time. It's not a big deal. So regardless of all that, the response, again, has been very positive, and it looks like Joaquin has absolutely nailed the character that the film's writers and directors were going for. He's damaged, but he doesn't need to have it tattooed on his forehead for the audience to understand that, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Being damaged, that's something you portray through your acting.
Yeah.
Not through your facial tattooing.
The tattoo on Jared Leto's Joker, that was an afterthought because we didn't know if the audience would understand that he was damaged, so we decided to put it right on his face.
We got him all done up in the Joker makeup and we were like, why does his forehead look so empty? It's just a big white void. What can we do with that?
What do we do? Hey, big head. You needed some tattoos to cover that thing up. Yeah, I don't know. It's,
Also, hilariously enough, side note, you might put on some tinfoil for this, but the show Gotham, which I've never watched, apparently it's on its last season, and they're finally revealing their Joker, and they revealed that like a couple days before this, and their Joker is just the worst, stupidest, most hideous-looking take on the character possibly ever done on screen, and that includes like Cesar Romero's 1966 version, who is fucking badass by comparison. Like, this guy looks like a fucking garbage man who like fell into some paint.
okay.
So they released that, everyone's like, oh God. And then like a couple days later, they released this. I think they were priming the pump.
Then you go and completely redeem yourself.
Yeah. Anyways, this trailer itself, it simply shows a couple of events that would drive anyone to lunacy, while giving, you know, a few emotional anchors along the way, like his mom, named Martha Joker.
Yeah, it's weird that they went with that, but it's fine.
Who he has a completely normal mother-son relationship with.
Yeah, Martha Joker.
And Sophie Dumond, played by Zazie Bates. There's also a shot of the Joker forcing a smile onto a young Bruce Wayne's face. Are we clear that that's, I mean, it's definitely Bruce Wayne, but do we know that?
It's on the IMDb and Wikipedia and stuff, unless that's a classic misdirect. Well, but I mean, as we've seen before, DC is anything but subtle so far. Maybe this will be the one to change things, but
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, it's quite beautifully shot. The pacing for the trailer works perfectly. It just works. For me, it's just mostly, like, I've been struggling the last day or so to be like, is it actually good, or is it just refreshing compared to what I've been fed for the last couple of years? Well, but I think it's actually good.
It's going to take more than a teaser trailer to really wrap your head around this, but I don't want to see anything else.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
The teaser's fine. I'm going to be there to see it.
I'll be there, yeah.
I worry that too much more will make me question its greatness, but so far so good.
Yeah. So obviously, we've grown quite weary of trailers versus what the final product will end up being over the years. You don't know.
Part of the game.
We are a hell of a lot less worried about this one, though, and if it helps, or if it ends up being as good as everyone hopes it is, it'll be yet another clear sign to DC that they're finally on the right path, and were dead wrong the first 5 years of their existence, and should have never hired Zack Snyder, a hack.
Yeah, I mean, Joker and Wonder Woman are kind of like, if you do them well enough, they're gonna be successful. But like Shazam and Aquaman coming out of nowhere with being just great movies. Shazam is apparently very good. I'm gonna go see it tonight or tomorrow night.
Looks great.
It's just, it's kind of cool to see them mess up so badly and then be able to turn things around, I guess.
Yeah.
And for their part, they've admitted multiple times that they were wrong and have changed things and have done things differently. So yes, I guess it does take doing something terribly over and over again to finally be able to shed that.
All it takes is the head of a studio getting in a little bit of trouble for a really fucking weird sexual harassment, fuck your way to the top scandal to fix a problem like this.
So you're saying all it takes is one bad day. It's a Joker reference. Can we put a red arrow on that? Boop. Anyways, during the Warner DC appearance at CinemaCon, there was also a short sizzle reel for their other upcoming films, including Wonder Woman 1984, as well as Birds of Prey, which, by the way, full title, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this movie. Who wrote this? J.K. Rowling? Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm never seeing this.
Also, Harley Quinn's a man now. If only J.K. Rowling was involved. Anyways, that footage, which obviously wasn't released publicly, it's said to have shown the characters, and you're gonna hate this, in a 1980s music video style setting. And the film's director, Kathy Yan, told the audience that it will show a new side of the city of Gotham, saying, "Our Gotham is much scrappier." Did she see the Joker trailer? I can tell that Elliot is not fully on board with the Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipations.
I began with no interest, and now I have negative interest in this movie.
Fantabulous Emancipations, Harley Quinn.
No, sorry.
She casts spells now. Anyways, for another quick weird update to James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, it appears like one of the only actors that might be able to reprise their role is going to be Jai Courtney.
Joy Courtney.
Who would return as Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
The coolest name in the crew.
You throw it,
it comes
right back.
It's wild.
As the convention continued, there were clips or teasers showing off for It Chapter 2, a Downton Abbey film, some new footage of the Fast and the Furious spin-off Hobbs and Shaw, a preview for Secret Life of Pets 2. Disney played the first 17 minutes of Toy Story 4. There was some new footage of Avengers Endgame, as well as footage from the Lion King reboot, which finally showed off the new voice talent for the film. Paramount screened some footage of the new Terminator movie, and then they publicly released a photo of Arnold of it online, which is not that big of a deal at all, considering he played the same role in the last one that only came out a couple years ago, which is now being retconned.
Looks exactly the same.
He was the Terminator then, Still the Terminator.
He'll always be the Terminator.
All this stuff was for attendees only, though. And so far, none of it is leaked online, because obviously, if you got caught leaking any of this, you would be instantly blacklisted from the industry. Get the fuck out of here. It's VOD only from now on for you, buddy.
You're punished. Paramount, they also showed off some footage from Sonic the Hedgehog, which included the first scenes of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. Gizmodo released a full detailed summary of what they saw, describing the film as being, quote, about an alien saving the world from an evil doctor with the help of some humans. Okay. They indicate that based off of the trailer, Dr. Robotnik has two personas. One is more human with a full head of hair and a thin mustache. In this part of the trailer, they explain that he's working alongside the government to help them track an electric anomaly, which is most likely Sonic. At some point in the film, he goes through a change, and in the final shot of this teaser that they saw, they said he looks more like he does from the actual video game, with a big old bald head, a larger mustache, and a red shirt, hopefully a lot fatter.
Yeah.
Because
he's Eggman, not Celery Man.
Yeah. Now it sounds fine, but they do say that the CGI doesn't look great, which at this point, the studio, they could still be working on it. There's still hope for that, but we just really hope, and we've said it before, that they just go all the way bonkers with this movie and hold nothing back.
You're making a fucking movie about a talking hedgehog wearing sneakers and no pants who likes to go really fast, and just throw every weird idea you've got about this at the wall. Leave it all in.
Yeah.
Just go as weird as possible. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
What they need to do is maybe need to make a mixed drink for theaters that have bars. Get everyone trashed before seeing a theater, and don't let any kids allowed. It needs to be rated R.
Yeah, I think they should ban kids from seeing this.
Yeah, it's way too disgusting. It's over the top violent.
Yeah, if you weren't alive in 1991,
yeah,
sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to catch it on home video.
The rings that he captures are cock rings.
Yeah.
Him and Tails fuck.
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik's very jealous.
Unsimulated.
Yeah.
And the only thing in the movie that isn't CGI is that dick and butthole.
Yeah, and they're human dick and buttholes too.
Yeah, they didn't even bother changing the color.
Yeah, they just got the green morph suit on or whatever, but let the dick and balls hang out.
Sonic.
It's really hard to render.
Sonic uncut.
Yeah. Sonic is uncircumcised, confirmed. Yeah. It's canon now.
Faster, harder, uncut. Over in casting news, Netflix has officially announced the main lineup of cast for its next attempt at bringing anime to life. It's a live-action Cowboy Bebop series, a show neither of us has ever seen and know nothing about.
My friend tried to get me to watch it when I was really young, and I hated it, but I was also young and thought anime was boring in general, so I'm sure it's great. So many people think it's great. I'm sure you're happy, although it's weird. Some people aren't happy about this casting news, and I don't know why.
I'm just gonna assume it's a show about a bunch of musicians who somehow combine the genres of country, western, and jazz into one weird-ass genre.
Yeah.
Here's what Variety said. John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, Daniela Pineda, and Alex Hassel have all been cast in lead roles in the series, which is based on the anime series of the same name. They add that, quote, Cho will star as Spike Spiegel, described as an impossibly cool bounty hunter with a deadly smile, a dry wit, and style to spare. He travels the solar system with his ex-cop partner, Jet, pursuing the future's most dangerous bounties with a combination of charm, charisma, and deadly Jeet Kune Do.
So it doesn't sound like the musical
Not what I guess.
that you're hoping for.
Cowboy Bebop.
Maybe when they bring it to Broadway.
Yeah.
In other casting news, Vin Diesel has announced via Instagram that he'll be starring in James Cameron's numerous Avatar sequels, which are all currently in production.
I live my life one Avatar sequel at a time.
Take that, The Rock. He really showed you.
Yeah.
It's also been confirmed that Mark Hamill has joined the cast of Chucky to replace Brad Dourif as the voice of the doll in the upcoming Chucky remake, which is a choice.
It's controversial because, the Chucky series never technically ended. All of the original creative people behind it and the voice of Chucky himself have been on board with this for 30 years now and have most recently released a movie, I think last year. Every one of the movies that they've put out in recent years has been profitable.
And pretty highly regarded by fans of the series.
Very strong cult following. So yeah, it's a little messed up that the studio is just like, hey, you know what we should remake? Chucky. And then they're like, hey, actually, we never stopped making Chucky movies. They're like, shut up. You know what we should remake? Chucky. You know who we should get to play the voice of Chucky? Hello, sir. Brad Dourif here, voice of Chucky for the last 30 years. I'm pretty much an icon in the horror scene.
Yeah.
Shut up. We're going to get Mark fucking Hamill in here.
And Mark Hamill's great.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is a great voice actor, and I'm sure he'll do a great job at it, as evidenced by the... He has already played the role in Robot Chicken, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing, it feels disrespectful. Yeah, and I'm not even like a fucking Chucky like fan or anything. Even to me, it feels disrespectful. The actual Chucky fans, they feel very disrespected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's the thing is like all the Chucky movies. I mean, even looking back at the '80s ones, like they're all very campy. But like the recent ones they made, it was kind of on purpose that they were campy. Mm-hmm. And it's like if they do this one different enough, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a bad movie.
Well, he's not a demon toy anymore. He's a robot.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like one of the first things. Like
built by Boston Dynamics.
Well, it doesn't make any fucking sense because it's like he doesn't. The toy is very much clearly an '80s toy, but the idea is this time it's like an art. They finally put AI into toys, and he's like the one bad robot.
Small soldiers.
Yeah, so just off the bat, I'm like, that sounds dumb.
Yeah, and so wait, the original is like he's
a criminal
of a fucking killer gets.
Yeah, he gets like executed at prison and somehow his soul ends up in a toy factory.
Yeah.
It's extremely stupid, but it's like, that's how the bad guys...
So now this one's just an evil AI?
Yeah. Yeah, just an evil robot movie.
They already did it. It's called Small Soldiers.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, other casting shit. David Harbour from the upcoming Hellboy reboot and Stranger Things, he's officially joined the cast of Marvel's standalone Black Widow film. And they haven't released who he's going to be playing. Probably a villain, you would assume.
Or maybe her boyfriend.
But speaking of Marvel, if you have a total of 59 hours to kill in the next coming weeks.
I don't, so I'll just leave now.
Or you just want the excitement, the experience of living and sleeping in a very loud movie theater surrounded by other people, well, you're in luck.
That sounds terrible.
Because AMC Theaters, they're going to be doing a Marvel movie marathon of all 22 Marvel movies as it leads up to Avengers Endgame. And this is going to be starting on April 23rd, so it's going to lead right into Endgame. It sounds pretty daunting to us.
Sounds like a bad time.
There's bound to be plenty of people who are up for the challenge.
That theater's gonna smell like shit by the end of it.
Yeah, people just living there and like eating nothing but popcorn and chicken fingers.
I'm gonna wear diapers the whole time so I don't miss my favorite scenes. I'm also gonna be pooping a lot because I'm eating only hot dogs and popcorn.
People are gonna be sweating popcorn butter.
Yeah, this sounds terrible.
And the worst part is, regular, normal people, not that they aren't normal if you go see this, sorry, but regular people are gonna be going into the same theater, 59 hours later to see Avengers Endgame, having not sat through the marathon, and they're gonna walk in and be like, what the fuck is that smell?
Yeah.
It smells like 200 homeless people have been living here for—
diarrhea in my seat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could do this at home. They're all available on home video.
People are paying for the experience.
Also, like the fact that this leads right up into the new Avengers, that seems like the least ideal way to see that movie. Like, let me just fry my fucking brain by watching over 2 days straight of Marvel movies before watching this new one that I'm very excited to see and have been stoked on for months.
Your brain's gonna be mush.
Yeah, like, or you just fucking pass out.
Yeah, there's a very I would be concerned health-wise because you're sitting still for 59 hours straight.
Someone's body could be sitting there for 2 days before anyone realizes they're dead.
Yeah, and presumably you're up watching it the entire time, although we know for sure that people are gonna be sleeping through half of this and skip a bunch of timelines in between.
Yeah, people are gonna be fucking.
They're gonna be sleeping through the Thor movies, guarantee it, except for Ragnarok, of course. But they're like, oh, Thor's coming on, time to take my nap. Yeah, just, listen, I love all the Marvel movies. I think primarily all of them are pretty damn good. I have no interest in watching even 2 or 3 of them back to back. That's a long commitment.
No.
So I'll be seeing Endgame. By the way, real hard to get tickets for this. And apparently
I'm not even bothering.
People are selling the tickets on eBay and shit.
I'm skipping the first week. I don't give a shit.
It's good tactic.
Oh no, spoiler, they all came back. They weren't actually dead. No, why would you spoil that for me?
Yeah.
Anyways. to round out this episode of News Dump with some entertainment news that doesn't involve movies, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, has officially come out against Fortnite.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean? A fortnight is 2 weeks. What do you mean it's a game? Now, this isn't too surprising. It also feels like it has a lot less of a sting, considering just how late to the game he seems to be.
Yeah, people have been angry at Fortnite for various things for years
Fortnite
now.
ruined my damn marriage.
But Fortnite ruined the MLB, the NHL, the NFL,
Yeah.
all the sporting leagues. Where you been, Harry?
Anyway, this incident happened at a YMCA event in London just before the BAFTA Gaming Awards. Here's what the prince said. That game shouldn't be allowed. Where is the benefit of having it in your household? It's created to addict, an addiction to keep you in front of a computer for as long as possible. It's so irresponsible. It's like waiting for the damage to be done, and kids turning up on your doorsteps, and families being broken down. Oh, you are such a drama queen, Prince Harry.
Yeah, he sounds more like Nigel Farage
Yeah.
than the cool image I had
Yeah.
of Prince Harry in my head.
I thought you used to be cool, Prince Harry. No,
Yeah.
you were never cool. Royal people are not cool. Anyway, adding that to that, he said that social media in general is more addictive than alcohol and drugs. So I guess the real story here is that Prince Harry has definitely hit the bottle, done a bunch of drugs, and only then jumped on Snapchat, Instagram, and Fortnite to decide once and for all that the last few were far worse for him than a couple shots of bourbon and a couple shots of heroin.
Yeah. The
man,
correct chaser.
he does know how to party. We have photographic evidence of this. He used to love to party in a Hitler costume back before the SJW said, you can't dress up like a Nazi in public for fun.
Oh, God. Yeah, so he's definitely a partier. He definitely would know how to differentiate, how addictive social media and games are versus alcohol. And by God, I'm sure he drank a lot in his younger years, so
Yeah.
maybe he knows what he's talking about.
I don't know, gamers. The royal family's trying to take away our games. I think it's time we rose up.
Yeah, finally, that's the one thing that they're like, hey, wait a second. Having a royal family is dumb.
Yeah, why do we do this? Why do we have a king? This is embarrassing.
The UK's got a lot bigger problems right now than Fortnite, so maybe get those priorities in check.
Fix your shit.
Your whole fucking family is about to be totally fine with the UK exiting the European Union and all of the bad stuff that's going to happen with that. So I don't know. Maybe Fortnite probably not what you should be focusing on.
Yeah. Anyway, as far as the rest of the gaming space, we reported a few days ago that it most likely wasn't some poorly handled April Fool's joke when Randy Pitchford all but confirmed that Borderlands 3 would be an Epic Games Store exclusive, and in the days that followed, that fact was finally double confirmed by 2K Games in a press release which stated that the PC version of Borderlands 3 will be exclusive to the Epic Games Store for 6 months. At which point it will then become available on additional PC digital storefronts. Mm-hmm. So everyone that's upset with the decision will, I guess they'll just have to wait until April of next year to play this game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough, but you gamers are principled and I respect it.
Yep.
So
very proud.
I mean, I'm just gonna buy the fucking game and do the extra click when I wanna play it. It's hard. It's a sacrifice I can make though. But I respect your decision to skip out on the game you're most excited about because Valve didn't offer them enough money.
Yeah.
2K also announced multiple versions of the game at different price tiers. Oof. Now this has me more concerned. Each one gives increased amounts of exclusive loot, DLC passes. They also noted that there's going to be an extended gameplay reveal on May 1st, so you'll get a chance to see whether or not this will be the game that forces you to abandon your staunch morals and ultimately give in to the Epic Games Store.
Yeah. So, I like the one thing I read online. The one take that I liked from this is that someone was basically just like, if these game studios and publishers would just come out and say that they want to get a better cut of the money, then I'm pretty sure people would be a lot more okay with it, or at least accepting of it. But the fact that they keep dancing around the issue and trying to hide that fact when everyone knows that that's the case, just comes off as disingenuous.
Just be honest. Just be like, look,
we're going to make some money here.
By selling this on the Epic Games Store, we are guaranteeing a profit.
Right out of the gate.
And that, all of our workers are going to get paid. Everything's going to run a lot more smoothly. They're giving us a ton of money.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe how much fucking money they're giving us.
Yeah, Randy Pitchford's going to be able to afford 2 USB drives now in case he loses
2
one.
lawsuits.
No, he already has 2.
Oh, yeah. 2 more lawsuits.
Anyways, I'm sure you're already well aware of what you can watch this weekend, but if you need a reminder, Shazam just hit theaters. I'm going to be seeing it either tonight or tomorrow night. It has a overwhelmingly positive score on Rotten Tomatoes at 93% fresh, which ties Wonder Woman for being the highest rated of any of the new DC movies.
Wow.
Also, here's another reminder that Barry is back with season 2 on HBO.
Yeah, episode 1, pretty great.
And that the What We Do in the Shadows series on FX officially launched last week, 2 episodes in, and it's still damn good.
Shit, I didn't even realize that. Well,
pretty damn funny.
I'm going in, boys.
Yeah. Oh, and before we let you go today, we wanted to give a big shout out to one of our newest Patreon supporters who dropped in with a big ass donation this month, Gray Shot Productions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a chance to call these 2 brothers up on the phone and say thanks. We chatted about some games, and hopefully we're gonna meet up with them for a drink down in Texas for RTX, which, by the way, you should all go to. We're I want to say performing. We're doing a live show at RTX in Austin, Texas.
On Sunday.
Check out our Twitter for some discount codes if you want to get a pass. It's going to be on Sunday, but we're probably going to do a bar crawl or something as well.
Barbecue crawl.
Ooh. But back to them. They have a YouTube channel that we've linked in the description below. So if you're into like real-time strategy games and stuff, definitely check them out. And thanks again for the support, guys. And also a big thanks to anyone and everyone who has continued to support us on Patreon so we can keep making these videos. If you got some extra cash, maybe you got your tax return, and you're not sure what to do with it, head over to our Patreon, link in the description.
You can't trust yourself with that money.
No.
The things you'll do with it?
Give me the $5. Also, it's pretty much, by the way, the last time that we're going to be able to promote our merch before it all gets locked in the vault. So make sure you go grab a shirt or some socks or some pins. Pins are already getting out to people, and I saw that a couple people had their metal shirts already. And we also have jackets. There's a bunch of stuff. Get it before it's too late. It comes down on Monday, I believe. So do it now, buy some merch, support the show, get a shirt in the process, and just thank you everyone for supporting the show. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of Weekly Weird News. So we'll see you next time. But yeah, watch Tech News and the April Fool's show, and buy merch. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah.